So, there's a shocking discovery in Egypt, as scientists just found out that there are 8 cylindrical structures under the Pyramid of Giza. But that's not all, as there were also said to be 5 stacked chambers at the base of the pyramid, and also more crazy discoveries as well. But how did the scientists find this stuff? And how did all of this even happen in the first place? Well, it all started with 2 scientists named Filippo Biondi and Corrado Malenga, who released a press report in Italy through a paper holding all the results of their synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography, which, in simple terms, is basically a scan done by sound waves. They used this to scan deep inside the middle pyramid and everything underneath the structure, and the results were absolutely crazy, as they were able to create a 3D structure of what they think the sound waves are showing. There were 8 huge cylindrical structures that are aligned perfectly in twos, and they are deeply rooted in the earth. Also, these aren't just regular large pillars. They also have these huge circular patterns around them. Honestly, there are many theories behind these findings, and some of them even relate to aliens, but we will get to that later. They also found out that at the base of the pyramid, there were about 5 stacked chambers at the center, which are quite similar in both size and form to the king's chamber of the Khufu pyramid, which is also surprisingly close to the Khafre pyramid, where all of this is located. These chambers are supposedly made of red granite and are arranged horizontally in stacked patterns. It also has vaulted ceilings, which is crazy, because it's kind of strange that this level of technology or knowledge in general shouldn't have existed at that time. I'm just saying. But that wasn't all, as under all of these structures, there are 2 square chambers or empty spaces that hold 4 of these cylinders that go deep down into the earth. They are measured at 80 meters by 80 meters around all corners, and all of these are well aligned with the coils around the cylinders, which is just wild. But something even more shocking is the length of these pillars, which are 648 meters, or about 2,000 feet. That's 6.5 football fields. Crazy, right? Now, there are still a few extra but important details, like this map that shows the entire Giza plateau. These are the cylindrical chambers that are going down up to 648 meters. There is also evidence that there are more structures that go on to over 2 kilometers, with all of them interconnecting with all their neighboring pyramids. Now for the most interesting part. Some people gave theories that these spiraling cylindrical structures are staircases, although it's kind of still uncertain because that's going to be one long walk if you try to navigate around the insides. Some people also believe these to be giant springs, relating it to the technology in Japan that uses springs on walkways to generate electricity through kinetic energy. And this one is the giant version of that, which makes the pyramid a giant electric generator. Then there is this image that shows what potentially the foundation would look like, making people also point out things like the Washington Monument and the connection to humans trying to create long, tall pillars. Some also relate this to the earthing in plants and the energy of the earth being able to be harnessed, which is quite fascinating as it also brings us back to this being a huge energy generator, or capable of becoming one. Some even speculated this to be the handiwork of other beings, potentially that of aliens, as it's quite odd for people to come up with this advanced level of technology in that era. Or it was a secondary set of advanced civilizations that built these sorts of things, but then also got wiped out by the flood that happened centuries ago. Obviously, there will be more research going on, and I think at some point, everything will come full circle, and we will understand the full picture of what's going on.